We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today it's an ice day. It is all hockey. We've got a bunch of games in action. One of them is already in action. I do have a play in that Florida Sabres game. You will never guess who I bet on. I'm joking. I'm on the Sabres money line plus 135. They are currently up 1-0 on a Josh Doan goal. His first as a Sabre. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games that we're going to be talking about in the NHL today. We'll be going over each one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. 8 if you include the Sabres, but obviously we won't be talking over that game because it's already in action. We also have a bunch of college football, and if you guys have not checked it out, I do have a trifecta going at 3:30, and I have a second trifecta going at 7:30. Both of those are up on the picksandparleys.net website. If you guys watched one of the free pick videos yesterday, Irish, you guys will be able to get one of them, the late one, but the other one, I have a 25-2 record on trifectas this year, so if you guys are interested in go ahead and grab those. No NFL. I'm going to try to make this a little bit of a quicker show because I have a couple of things I have to get done after it. But we've got plenty of hockey today. We'll go ahead and look back at what happened yesterday, and it was not a good day yesterday. Let's just be real on that one. I added a couple of things that probably weren't the smartest to add. I had the Blue Jays yesterday, which were up 2-1 going into the 8th. I liked it, and then they gave up a run, the Cal Raleigh home run, and then a grand slam. So that's definitely not going to help. For some reason, I decided, let me try to bet the CFL. I bet Winnipeg, and I believe they won by 2 or 3, and I had the -7. Loser. Blackhawks. That one was a rough loser because I believe that one lost in overtime. So now 0-6 in overtime games this year. Gotta love it. Tampa Bay Lightning were a loser. Technically, that was an overtime loss, but I had the puck line, so it didn't really matter. Minnesota Wild were a loser. And then UNC, I added UNC money line. That was stupid. Although, God, just hold on to the ball going across the goal line. We would have had it. They did cover the 8.5. Louisville. How about Louisville outright yesterday? We had them plus 12.5. And then once again, the little wagon that could. It's now 3-1. Could have been 4-0 this year. The over in the Sharks game. Over 6.5. I believe the Mammoth scored 6 by themselves. So that was nice to see. But it was a down day yesterday. Hopefully we can kind of turn that around because we've got a shit ton in action today. I think I looked at my thing. I think I have 3,600 in action or whatever on the site, or 35 or 36 plays on the site. So lots and lots of volume today, especially with college football. Can you imagine a Saturday later on in the year with college football and college basketball? Oh, boy. We're going to have 50, 60 plays up on the site. Anyways, we'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we'll go from there. Your good day to all. Good day to you to IceX. Also, I'll mention it. If you guys have not already, make sure you guys are following make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. We are live on 2 different ones. Make sure you guys are subscribed on Earle Sports Bets. We're trying to reach 4,200 subscribers there. We're also trying to hit 1,400 followers on TikTok. So if you guys have not followed us on TikTok yet, make sure you do the same. You guys can see the entire card over there on TikTok if you guys go and check that out as well, because that's what I have. I don't have it on my face. I have it on the screen so you guys can see all the plays. But we will hey, Rich. How you doing? But we will go ahead and start off with the Islanders and the Senators. I swear this Islanders team is going to probably be the death of me. We've got the Senators sitting at 140 with a total of 5.5. Islanders 1-3 to start the year. Losses to Pittsburgh, Washington, and Winnipeg. And then, of course, they beat Edmonton. I had that. That was nice, plus 145. But to be fair, I believe I had the Islanders versus them. I had the Islanders. I've had the Islanders all 4 games so far that they've played. Yeah, that's not changing today. God damn it. This Islanders team, once again, is going to be the death of me. Ottawa this year, 2-3 record, wins against Tampa Bay, who has not looked good, and Seattle, who is one of those teams that I'm going to probably be betting on way too much as well. Losses to Florida, Nashville, and Buffalo, so all juggernauts that they've lost to. So there you go. Joking, obviously. But I am on the Islanders because I look at line movement. And when I looked at the line movement in this one, the Ottawa Senators opened up around the 180, 175 range. And now it's sitting at 140, which is a little bit crazy. But I will say the money's coming in the right way on the Islander money line, 31 and 58. So that kind of steered me towards the Islanders as one of these sharper plays in this one. I got the Islanders plus 123 for the game today versus the Senators. James, appreciate you following on the TikTok. And XX, I appreciate you following as well. God damn, the Panthers are on the power play again. That will be their 3rd power play of the period. Sabres are up 1-0 still. So there you go. But another penalty for the Sabres. Need some good money. Let's get it then. Go Isles. Yes, go Isles today. This is a game that I feel like could be fun to watch, and I don't have anything involved in it. Oilers and the Devils. The Oilers are minus 115 with a total of 6.5. Oilers 2-1-1 this year. They look. I mean, they're coming off of their loss to the Islanders. They beat the Rangers and Vancouver. They lost to Calgary opening game, which was, I still find a little weird that they lost to Calgary. On the opposite side, you got the Devils, who are coming off a win against the Lightning. So big win for them there. They're 3-1 after losing opening game 6-3 to Carolina. The Devils went and beat Tampa, Columbus, and Florida. So good wins for them. Sorry, it was Florida. It wasn't Tampa last game. I had the Devils pop line on that one too. And I looked at this game, and it was a pass for me. I'll be completely honest. It was a pass. I didn't really see enough line movement in this game in order for me to really be overly interested in it. It's gone from minus 110 to minus 106 for New Jersey, so 4 points of line movement. And the money's coming in a little bit more towards Edmonton. I guess it's New Jersey or nothing, but I did not feel the need to go after this one. Sorry, bouncing that around. Third power play for that third power play for the Panthers already, and there's 5 minutes left in the first. There was a penalty on the Sabres 9 seconds into the game, which was absolutely crazy. But I mean, by the way, I do have the game right here, so I'm able to get the live updates as we go. And the Sabres have now killed off the third power play for the Panthers this game. So Panthers 0-3 on the power play. But pass on the Edmonton, New Jersey game, lean towards the Devils. Now, here's a game that I'll get involved in. We've got the Seattle Kraken and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs are minus 200 with a total of 5.5. We got Seattle sitting at 2-0-2. So their only losses were in overtime. So they're getting points in every single game. They've gone to overtime in 3 straight. A 3-1 win versus the Anaheim Ducks, a win against Vegas, and 2 losses to Montreal and to Ottawa. On the opposite side, you've got the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are sitting at 3-2. Only losses were to 2 times to Detroit. They beat Montreal, Nashville, and they beat the Rangers in overtime. And this is another game. I looked at the line, and it opened up. Where's the thing? I think it opened up north of 200. It opened up at 220, and now it's down to 200, which is kind of crazy considering the fact that The Toronto Maple Leafs are getting 87% of the bets and 77% of the money. And the line is moving towards the Kraken. So we know what we're going to do, right? We're going to release the Kraken. We got them plus 170 today. We're taking them as a dog on the road. I'm not afraid to take dog spots. I've been doing it all year. And by the way, updated, I have records on the bottom now. NHL record, MLB playoffs. I didn't want to count up all the plays. And then NFL. I was able to get NFL and the NHL off the Parleys.net website. So anybody can. But there you go. There's some updated records for you guys. And with the NHL, I've been hitting some nice dogs this year, so I'm going to keep on riding with some doggies. Ruck and Jesse, appreciate you guys following the TikTok. Do appreciate that because we're getting really close now. I believe we're 5 followers away. We're now 4 followers now away from 1,400 on TikTok. So if you guys are not following, make sure you guys do so. I'm trying to hit 1,400. Let's see if we can hit it by the end of the stream. Let's get cracking. Let's do it. Ice. We're right in line today. I like it. If I win, you the GOAT. You like the Blues tonight? I do like the Blues tonight. It's right here. Your Blues. But we'll talk over the Predators and the Jets next. And I swear there's some teams that I've bet pretty much almost all their games. The Islanders are one of them. I bet the Red Wings a lot. I bet the Predators a lot. I bet the Blues a bunch. I bet the Blue Jackets a bunch. So there's some teams that are overwhelmingly, I've been backing them a whole lot. And this one's not going to stop in this one. The Jets are minus 185 with a total of 5.5. And sorry, there was Sabres almost just scored. Anyways, we've got the Jets who are coming into this game. Where were they? They were just right here. There we go. 3-1. 3-1 start for the Jets. They have wins. They lost their first game against Dallas. Wins against the Kings, against the Islanders, and against the Flyers. On the opposite side, we've got the Nashville Predators, who are sitting at 2-1-2. So even when they're losing games, at least they're going to overtime and keeping them close. They had one regulation loss, and that was to Toronto. Their other losses were to Utah and to Montreal, both in overtime wins against Ottawa and Columbus. And I'm right back on the Nashville Predators. This is a plus 158 spot. Once again, I always seem to get some values on dogs because this one opened up north of 200. Yeah, it opened up at minus 225. It's down to 180, and all the money's coming in on the Jets. So I am on Nashville in this game. I got them at plus 158. So Nashville money line for me. Do you straight with these plays? Yes, these are all straight plays. I don't parlay. That's how I'm able to make money. I don't parlay because parlays. I know this is going to sound crazy. Parlays don't make money. I know. It's people don't want to hear it, but parlays don't make you money. Hi, Marco. Are you leaning towards Mississippi State and Ole Miss by any chance? I did not bet anything in the Mississippi State game. I may or may not have a bigger play in the Ole Miss game, and it may not be on Ole Miss. So I'll only give you that one. Let's keep on rolling. We've got the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. The Stars minus 125 with a total of 5.5 real quick. Michael asking, do the Avs win today? Considering that Colorado is minus 260, I would hope so. But I did not bet anything in that game. So, but we got the Stars and the Blues. Stars are minus 125 with a total of 5.5. The Stars are, what can we say? They're cup contenders. We know that they are a really good team. They're 3-1 to start the year. They lost their last game to Vancouver. I was on Vancouver. That was nice. They have wins against Minnesota, Colorado, and Winnipeg. Colorado and Winnipeg were in Colorado and Winnipeg, so impressive wins there. On the opposite side, we've got the St. Louis Blues, who are 2-2 to start the year. They had really good wins in Vancouver and in Calgary on the road. At home, they've been outscored 13-3 in 2 games. That's not good. So, although you got the Blues at home today, that's definitely not a good trend. Now, in this game, we have the Dallas Stars opening up at minus 140, and it got down to minus 125 for them. And with the money coming in the way it is, and it's coming 77% of the bets and 68% of the money is coming in on Dallas money line, and it's moving towards the Blues. I am on St. Louis in this game. I'm on the Blues. I got them at plus 108, and I like the spot for them to actually win a game at home. It'll be the first time they win a game at home this year. I like the spot for it. So go ahead, give me the Blues in this one. Yeah, I'm against you. I wanted to take Mississippi State so bad. To be fair, I don't even remember who Mississippi State is playing. Who is Mississippi State even playing? Let's look them up. If it will let me. That's Ole Miss. Southern Miss, Missouri. Am I missing something? Kansas State, Texas State, Michigan State, Boise State, App State, Ball State. All right, I'm trying to find your Mississippi State game, and I can't. Against Florida. They're 10-point dogs in the swamp. It's a very interesting line. Although Mississippi State hasn't beaten anybody. Yeah, they're 4-2. They lost to A&M and they lost to Tennessee. They beat Southern Miss, Arizona State, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois. So they haven't beaten anybody. I don't think so. I don't think I could do it. Stars and Reg for you. I'm against you. Florida, along with Sharks. That's very interesting. Nice. Jesse's asking, are those the teams you like? Yes, those are the teams I like today. I agree. The Sabres now have given the Panthers a 4th power play for the first period. We have ended the first period, though, 1-0 Buffalo. Very nice. But we'll keep on rolling. We got the Rangers and the Habs. The Habs are minus 125. By the way, Habs are Canadians. The Canadians are minus 125 with a total of 5.5. Rangers have not gotten off to the best start this year. They're 2-3-1. They have wins against Buffalo, Buffalo and Pittsburgh. They have losses to Pittsburgh, Washington, Edmonton, and Toronto. And in their wins, they've scored 10 goals. In their losses, they've scored a combined 1 goal. So we'll definitely be able to see what the Rangers are going to be by that. Montreal is on the opposite side. They are 4-1 to start the year. They lost to Toronto and then immediately turned around with wins against Detroit, Chicago, Seattle, and Nashville. Seattle and Nashville both were in overtime. I don't know if you can really trust this Rangers team, but I look at the line movement and there wasn't it opened up at minus 128 for them for Montreal. It got all the way down to minus 115 at one point, and it's back up to the 125. Part of me likes the Rangers today, but I decided if there wasn't a clear and definitive I need to bet this game, I wasn't going to. So I did not feel the need to go and get involved in this game, so I did not. It is a pass for me in the Rangers and Canadiens game. I won't talk anybody off the Rangers. Let's just put that. I won't talk anybody off the Rangers. Go Rags and Reg. And what the hell does it have? It's a Habiton. It's the Canadiens. It's the Canadiens. That's all it is. Sorry, I typed it in quick. I didn't feel like typing in Canadian, so I typed in Habs. I do have a play in this game, though. We've got the Wild taking on the Flyers. The Flyers are minus 115 now with a total of 6.5. Hold on. What did he have? Oh, no, that's something else. Anyway, sorry, I was texting back Terry. Anyways, we got the Wild and the Flyers. Flyers minus 115. We have the Wild coming into this one 2-3. Big win in their first game against St. Louis, a loss to Columbus, a win against the LA Kings, and then losses back-to-back games to Dallas and to Washington, where they allowed 5 goals in each game. So, by the way, since the opening game shutout, the Wild have allowed 20 goals in 4 games. That's not the recipe to win games. On the opposite side, you've got the Philadelphia Flyers, who are 1-2-1. You've got them with a win against Florida as their only win. That was a 5-2 win. Losses to Florida, Carolina, and Winnipeg. And when it came to this one, I looked at some line movement, and it did flip on me because it went from dog to favorite for the Flyers. They opened up at even money. They got up to 115, 120, and I was able to get it at 109 before the line moved up. I like the Philadelphia Flyers in this one at home. I just think it's another bad spot for the Wild coming off of a game. Granted, they did lose in their last game, and it was quite ugly, 5-1, but it was in Washington. Then they had to go to Philadelphia, which is not a big deal, but they are in the middle of a 5-game road trip, and their next game is in New York taking on the Rangers. So definitely going to be interesting to see how that one rolls, but I do have the Flyers today. I won't talk anybody off of a Philadelphia puck line, but I've got the money line at minus 109. Zax is saying Flyers not winning. Okay. Hell, dude, honestly, with the plus money that I have, if I go 4-4 today, I'll be happy. That's fine with me if I go 4-4. So if I lose that one, I lose that one. I like this game as well. We got the Lightning and the Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets are minus 120 in this game with a total of 6.5. The Lightning are not favored, which is very interesting. The Lightning are 1-2-2 this year. Their only win was against Boston. They have 2 overtime losses to Washington and Detroit. They have 2 regulation losses to New Jersey and Ottawa. On the opposite side, you've got Columbus, who is sitting 1-3. Their only win was against Minnesota, and they have losses to Nashville, New Jersey, and Colorado. And when it came down to this one, I do like Columbus in this game. I got him at minus 111. And why do I like Columbus? It's because, once again, of the line movement. Columbus opened up at plus 104 and got up to minus 120. So dog to favorite spot for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So I did grab them here. And the way that the money was coming in, a chunk of the money is coming in on the Lightning, and it's moving the opposite way. Give me the Blue Jackets tonight versus the Lightning. Bunch of chats in the TikTok. I like it. Would you rather go Islanders money line or the over 5.5 total? Well, I did bet the Islanders today. I will say that. As for a total, that's The thing is, the over is heavily juiced. I'm seeing in the 130s for the over 5.5. If you can get over 6 at plus money, I would rather do that than the 5.5 at minus 130. But I really don't have an interest in the total, if I'm being completely honest. What's my most confident money line? I really like the Sabres. They're already up 1-0. Out of all of those, probably St. Louis. Probably St. Louis would be my most confident, but Panthers are trash. I didn't bet the Panthers. Oh, 1-0 Buffalo. Yeah, I know. It's great, isn't it? Oscar, thank you for following the TikTok. We are now, I believe, 3 subscribers. 2 guys. We're 2 followers away from 1,400. So make sure you guys are following the TikTok. Last year, I rode the 13-game win streak for the Saints. The Saints had a 13-game winning streak? I'm confused. Who had a 13-game winning streak? Hey, we hit 1,400. All right. Woohoo! Thank you, guys. We just hit it. Appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out the Saints thing. Kraken have some good value on the money line. I agree. Miss Rita, appreciate you following. The Blues. The Blues winning streak. Yeah, I like the Blues today. And the Blues were nice on the winning streak. Now let's start the route to 1.5 thousand TikTok. This you bet. Yes, I bet all of them. I did. Let's keep on rolling. We got 4 more games left in the NHL. We got the Hurricanes and the Kings. The Canes are minus 150 with a total of 6. The Canes are the only undefeated team left in the NHL. They have wins against New Jersey, Philly, San Jose, and Anaheim. I mean, the Devils win is starting to look even better, but Philly win, not really interested. San Jose, meh, and has not won yet. And Anaheim. So not really any crazy wins besides the Devils, but it is what it is. Jesse, I'll see you later. Appreciate it. On the opposite side, you've got the Kings, who are 1-3-1. Not really a great start for the Kings. I believe they won their first game too, if I'm correct. Now they lost 4-1 to Colorado, and then they won their second game. They won their second game 6-5, and then they proceeded to lose to Winnipeg, lose to Minnesota, and lose to Pittsburgh. And I looked through this one. This one was a pass for me. In terms of the line movement, I didn't really see enough. The line is moving towards Carolina from 120 to 150. It was the money that was 79% of bets, 74% of money was on the Canes. So it was not the right way that I wanted it. So I ended up not betting the game. No Bruins versus Colorado. We're going to talk about them in just a second. Ice in the YouTube chat saying Canes in overtime. Go for it, dude. Oscar, we're going to talk about them, but no, I don't have any plays. Hey, touchdown chip loss. I don't have any plays in that Bruins game, but we will talk about it because the Bruins are going up against the Avalanche. The Avalanche are minus 265 with a total of 5.5. Avs this year 4-0-1. Wins against LA, Utah, Buffalo, and Columbus, and a loss to the Dallas Stars in overtime. So they've gotten points in every single game so far. On the opposite side, you've got the Boston Bruins, who are 3-2 to start the year. They started off the year with 3 straight wins versus Washington, Chicago, and Buffalo, and then proceeded to lose to Tampa Bay and Vegas. So kind of rough their last couple of games, but this is a Boston team that probably wasn't going to be that great anyways. And once again, we go look at the line movement, and this was another one that I didn't really feel the need to go after. If anything, it opened up at 265. It's still at 265, and all the money's coming in on the Avalanche. So it would be Bruins or nothing at a big dog price. But I'm not really too inclined to go after the Bruins tonight. I have a bunch of other bigger dogs, so I decided to stick this one out. Ice X is rooting for his Bruins. And then Oscar in the TikTok chat saying, Bruins money line. It's a good one. Time for Colorado to get an L. I could see it. I said Bruins or nothing, but I'm going with the nothing. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Flames and the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are minus 245 with a total of 6.5. We've got Vegas coming into this one 3-0-2. Calgary 1-4. Vegas this year, opening loss to LA. They beat the Sharks in overtime, lost to the Kraken in overtime, beat Calgary, and beat Boston. So now they're playing Calgary for the second time this year. Calgary 1-4. They had their opening night win versus the Edmonton Oilers. Since then, 5-1, 4-2, 4-2, 3-1. They just they're getting puck lined every single game. Once again, we go and we look at the line movement in this game, and there really hasn't been any. If anything, the lines moved from 255 to 245, which when you're getting up in there, it's not really that big of a movement. And let me go look at that one. Yeah, same deal. I was looking at a couple books to see if I can get more. Another book has it going from 220 to 245. So depends on where you're looking. And all the money was coming in on Vegas, right? 92% of the bets, 92% of the money. The line wasn't really moving all that crazy. So I guess it would be Flames or nothing, but I could not get involved in this one either. So Colorado is at home. They are beating the Bruins easily. They're minus 265. They should. Also, Nathan didn't get a point last game. He's going for 3. He could very well go for 3 points tonight. Very well. But I'm not going to take that game. I'm not going to take that game. Vegas in overtime. You're going for a draw play. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We got one game left in the NHL. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins and the San Jose Sharks. Pittsburgh is minus 150 with a total of 6.5. We've got the Penguins this year that are 3-2. They have wins versus the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Kings. Losses to the Rangers and the Ducks. On the opposite side, we've got the San Jose Sharks, who are 0-2-2. They're the only team that has not won a game yet. Losses in overtime to Vegas and Anaheim, and then a blowout loss versus Carolina, and a blowout loss in Utah last night. And then they had to come back home, and they're playing on a back-to-back. And I know I normally look at line movement and everything. Here's a play that I'm just going to take blindly throughout the entire year. Sharks overs. And it's just going to be that simple. I'm just taking Sharks overs. They're 3-1, and they could easily have been 4-0 because the one game that they lost, the over loss, it was a 6.5, and it was 5-1 Canes. I also don't hate the Pens tonight. The line going from 120 to 150. Definitely a bad spot for the Sharks. Just the way that the money line's coming in, the money's coming in, I just could not tack that. I'm just going to grab the over 6.5 for the Sharks game to finish off my card. But that is everything for today. Once again, thank you everybody on TikTok for getting me to 1.4K followers. I do appreciate that. Hey, we're at 1401. I do appreciate that. And now we're going to try to get to 1,500. And YouTube people, we're still 17 subscribers away from 4,200. Hopefully we can go ahead and try to build that up a little bit more as we go along. But that is going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. No show tomorrow because by the time I would start, all the games for NFL would have already been going. Although I believe there's some NHL tomorrow. What's the NHL looking like tomorrow? 4 games tomorrow. I'll have a free pick video for one. So no show tomorrow. We'll see on Monday because I am heading into Raleigh for something. So I'm not sure about Monday. It may be maybe Tuesday might be my next show. But until then, guys, we will see you. And good luck and let's make some money.